Fake HOA cops burst into my house, guns drawn, screaming at my wife like they were starring in some bad TV show. And Maria just stood there, cool as you please, didn't even flinch. That's when I realized these idiots had no idea who they were messing with. You ever had one of those moments where you know it's about to get real, but everyone else is blissfully clueless? Yeah, that was us, right before our picture-perfect suburban life morphed into the kind of mess you see on viral body cam footage. The name's Raymond Sanchez. 6 months back, if you told me Maria and I would end up exposing a criminal HOA network and turning Dallas into the center of a federal investigation, I'd have laughed you out of the room. We were just looking for that fresh start thing after Maria sold her tech company. She wanted a breather. I was happy working remote in IT security, and the new neighborhood looked ideal. All tree-lined streets, dog-walking neighbors, decent schools. The American dream, before the mask slipped and the nightmare came crawling out. We'd barely moved in when Ashley Thomas, the self-appointed queen of the HOA, showed up with a $5 banana bread and a smile as fake as her acrylic nails. "Welcome to the neighborhood," she chirped, but her eyes did that scanning thing, the kind where you know she's not really seeing you, just checking boxes, judging whether you belong. Maria introduced us. Me, her, and the name Sanchez, which made Ashley's smile twitch. "Where are you people really from?" she pressed. And I swear, the air went cold. Maria didn't miss a beat. San Antonio, fourth-generation Texan. My great-grandfather fought at the Alamo. Ashley didn't let up. No, like, originally, her voice practically spitting the word. Maria just smiled sweet as pie and fired back. "Where's your family from, Ashley?" That shut her up quick. But Maria was quiet after Ashley left, staring out the window like she was analyzing an enemy position. "That woman's gonna be a problem," she murmured, and looking back, that was probably the biggest understatement I've ever heard. 1 week later, Saturday, 7 a.m., Ashley's banging on our door, clipboard in hand, measuring tape out. "Your hibiscus is 3 inches over the property line," she announced, dead serious. "Violation 17.3. You have 24 hours or face fines." At that point, I thought it was a joke, like who actually measures shrubbery? Maria just smiled and said we'd handle it, but Ashley wanted a fight, and when she didn't get one, you could see the disappointment. From there, it was death by 1,000 HOA violations. Too tall grass? Fine. Mailbox the wrong shade of black? Fine. Car not parked at the perfect angle? Another fine. Ashley's emails came at all hours, 2 a.m., 5 a.m., Sunday afternoons, complaining about our porch light, our coffee maker, Maria's sister visiting. It was ridiculous and only getting worse. Then, late one night, Brad Thomas, Ashley's husband, showed up, smelling like beer and broken dreams. "Sorry about my wife," he whispered. "She gets fixated on neighbors. She owes money to bad people. She takes it out on anyone she thinks doesn't fit." He shuffled away, but the warning stuck. Maria kept records. Every email, every fine, every encounter, photos, printouts, the works. One night, I found her in the garage, practicing quick draws with an empty Glock. "Just keeping sharp," she said. It hit me. She'd been military, but I never realized how military. "Better safe than sorry, right?" she said, eyes clear and steady. I should have known then. This was more than suburban drama. Things turned ugly when Ashley started weaponizing social media. Maria's yoga routine, just her, in normal clothes, in our garage, showed up online with captions like, "Inappropriate displays harming property values." The comments? Pure racism. "Go back to Mexico. Cartel wife." Meanwhile, Ashley strutted around in less than Maria ever wore, but nobody seemed to care. The hypocrisy made my blood boil, but the hate? That was another level. One day, code enforcement showed up, tired look on his face. "Let me guess," Ashley Thomas called, he sighed. "She does this every time a minority moves in. Document everything. You'll need it." When someone with a badge is giving you survival tips, you know it's not just neighborhood politics anymore. The next escalation, an anonymous video of Maria jogging, zoomed in way too close, with the message, "Your kind should find somewhere else." I showed Maria, expecting her to break. Instead, she just looked coldly analytical. Let them show their pattern. I have resources. She wouldn't say what, just told me to upgrade our cameras. Around then, a new neighbor moved in, Mike Johnson, former Marine, consulting gig, always out front, phone in hand, friendly to everyone. But he seemed to materialize whenever Ashley hassled us. Always conveniently recording, always in the right spot. Maria and Mike got along like old friends. Too well, honestly. I thought it was luck, but the reality was way more calculated. Maria started running self-defense classes for the neighborhood women, advertised as fitness, but what she taught, that was military close-quarters combat, disguised as cardio. Ashley hated it, spread rumors. That Sanchez woman is cartel, but the women loved Maria. Meanwhile, neighbors started quietly sharing stories. Endless fines, property damage, intimidation, all traced back to Ashley. Then the HOA's police force arrived. Ashley's nephew, Tyler, decked out in a dollar store tactical vest with fake HOA police patches and a very real Glock on his hip. He started patrolling the street, parking his Crown Vic with stick-on decals in front of our house, following Maria, shining flashlights in our windows at night. It would have been funny if it weren't so dangerous. The real showdown came when Tyler blocked Maria in our driveway, demanded her license, flashed a fake badge, hand on his gun. Maria just looked at him, calm as anything. That's not a real badge. Move before I call the police. You're impersonating an officer. Tyler tried to stand his ground, but Maria's confidence rattled him. He backed off, and Maria just went inside, poured herself coffee like it was nothing. Ashley called an emergency HOA meeting that night, community center packed, and stood at the podium claiming criminal elements had invaded the neighborhood. That's why we have HOA police, she announced, not even trying to hide her meaning. When someone dared ask what crimes, she snapped. If you have to ask, you're part of the problem. Her mask slipped, and everyone saw the bigotry. That night, Brad returned, drunker and even more desperate. She's stolen from the HOA, hundreds of thousands, gambling debts to Vietnamese bookies. She's targeting you because you're military, because you have money. The whole puzzle started coming together. Maria upped her security, reinforced doors, concealed carry in her purse, backup on her ankle. She asked me to do something I'd never done for her before. Use your IT skills. Hack their communications. So I did. Tyler's accounts were a joke. Screenshots, payment plans, the works. Ashley had promised him and his buddies $5,000 each to handle us. The messages were full of racist threats and plans for a big move. Mike Johnson showed up, like he always did, but this time there was something different. He and Maria shared a look, and suddenly it was clear. Mike was more than just a friendly neighbor. If you need anything, I'm 3 houses down, he said, and I realized we had serious backup. 3 days later, Tyler and his mall cop buddies boxed Maria in our driveway, Ashley out front with her clipboard. Huh. Police inspection, they barked. Maria kept calm, announced her legal concealed carry, let me record everything. When they tried to push, Maria rattled off the laws they were breaking, impersonating police, false imprisonment, conspiracy. Tyler blustered, but Mike showed up, cool and casual, and suddenly the dynamic shifted. Outnumbered, outgunned, and caught on video, they backed down. Ashley was left screeching on the lawn, promising to call the real police. Please do, Maria smiled. And for the first time, Tyler looked truly afraid. That night, we got the text, anonymous, threatening. Be ready, 2 a.m., 3 days from now. Maria just smiled. Perfect. They just committed conspiracy in writing. She went into full prep mode. Every camera up, every angle covered, data uploaded to the cloud in real time. Should we call the police? I asked. Not yet. Let them act. When 2 a.m. rolled around, Tyler and his crew came for real. Hooded, armed, smashing in the door, screaming, HA police. Maria was waiting. One warning shot into the ceiling, voice sharp as steel. You are being recorded. Drop your weapons, or I will defend my home. Tyler's buddy rushed. Maria dropped him in a move so fast and precise I could barely follow. I'm Colonel Maria Sanchez, U.S. Army Intelligence, retired, 12 years, 3 combat tours. You just broke into a federal officer's house. That's federal time. Tyler went from wannabe tough guy to sobbing child, literally pissed himself. The second buddy tried to run. Maria stopped him cold. Mike appeared, bat in hand, but all business. Need backup, Colonel? And suddenly, the room was full of real law and order. The police arrived to 3 hogtied fake cops on the lawn. Tyler confessing to anyone who'd listen, Maria calm and composed, body cam rolling the whole time. The detective just shook his head. Colonel Sanchez, this is the most thorough citizen's arrest I've ever seen. As the evidence mounted, fake badges, payment records, racist messages, the scale of Ashley's operation came out. Not just petty harassment. This was organized crime. Ashley running a multi-state scheme targeting minority homeowners, driving them out, flipping the houses for profit. Brad finally found his courage and delivered boxes of documents, fraudulent records, financials, the works. The FBI showed up, not local agents, but the big guns, financial crimes, cybercrime. Mike Johnson, not just a neighbor, but head of field ops for Maria's company, Cyber Shield Corporation, former FBI. Maria herself, CEO and founder. My jaw hit the floor. My wife, the quiet suburban retiree, was actually a multi-millionaire CEO and decorated colonel. She'd chosen our neighborhood not by chance, but as part of an undercover operation to expose Ashley's network. I'd just been along for the ride. With everything we collected, digital evidence, Tyler's hacked accounts, Brad's files, the whole thing unraveled. Susan Clark, a previous victim, came forward to testify, her family destroyed by Ashley's campaign. Maria embraced her. You survived. That takes its own kind of strength. By now, the media was everywhere, body cam footage viral, Tyler's accident immortalized on the internet. The prosecutor's office used it as training on what not to do. At trial, Ashley was forced to read every confession. $847,000 stolen. Dozens of families targeted, her nephew hired as muscle. The victims, like the Clarks, the Patels, the Adams, all told their stories, painting a picture of years of cruelty and calculated racism. When Tyler took the stand, he owned up to everything. My aunt told me the Sanchez family were illegal drug dealers. I believed her. I was wrong. Now I'm viral forever as Pants Tyler. Maria delivered her testimony in full uniform, the authority in her voice leaving no doubt who'd really won. The judge came down hard. 25 years federal, all assets seized, restitution to victims. Ashley's confession mandatory viewing at every HOA training in the country. Susan Clark bought Ashley's rebuilt house, turned the home office into an art studio for her daughter. We're thinking yellow walls, to embrace our yellow invader status. Unity Garden was established on what used to be Ashley's HOA turf, with families of every background coming together. Even Tyler, after his sentence, dedicated himself to anti-discrimination work, the viral video a lifelong lesson. As for me, somehow I ended up elected HOA president. Our meetings last 5 minutes, and nobody's checking mailbox colors. Maria's company grew. Mike runs the Dallas office. Brad works at a nonprofit helping victims like us, and the neighborhood actually feels like home for the first time. On the 1-year anniversary, we had a huge barbecue in the Unity Garden, Korean barbecue, spring rolls, samosas, soul food, even homemade tacos from the Wilsons. I teased Maria, still want that quiet suburban life. She just smiled at the chaos, kids playing, neighbors laughing. This is quiet, Ray. We got rid of all the noise. Our hibiscus bushes now bloom gloriously, exactly 3 inches over the property line. Some rules are meant to be broken. Susan and I trimmed them together, laughing about Ashley's old ruler and what it really measured. Some wars end with explosions. Ours ended with a racist sobbing in court and her nephew's viral humiliation teaching the world that sometimes, when you pick a fight, you pick the wrong target. Ever tangled with a power-hungry HOA or had your own suburban nightmare? Drop your story below. Was there justice, or are you still waiting? Let's hear it, because the quietest neighbor might just be the one who brings the house down. And if you ever meet a Colonel Maria type, treat her hibiscus and her family with respect.